Hey, what's up, neighbors? This is Jeremy Holbrook with the Big Idea Camp, and we are so excited and so thankful that we have this time and opportunity to connect with you today, this week. We are starting our third program of the, I guess we could call it year, or the school year, but as you know, you're familiar right now, what is the school year is extremely a unique discussion. So many of us are not in classrooms yet, and that's absolutely okay because we're dealing with a lot of stuff. And so even from home, we can still learn and we can still connect together and make the most of this opportunity of our connection. So let me explain what we do. The Big Idea Camp, we partner with schools and communities. We're learning about values. And values are stuff that we can learn, and it grows inside of us. But as we really grow strong in those values and it takes root in us, it can change the world around us. And for this month of August, we're learning about a value that's not just one value, it's actually three. We call it the Big Three. And throughout the rest of this school year, from now until the end of May, we're going to be learning about different values every month. But all of those values kind of filter back to this month. This is that ground level. This is the foundation. Everything that we talk about for this upcoming 2020 to 2021 school year always comes back to the Big Three. Now, what are they? Maybe you know by now, and I hope you do. I hope you've had time to talk about it, reflect about it, even watching the past two videos that we've done. But let's talk about the Big Three. They're this. 1, treat others right. That makes sense. We should treat others right. 2, make smart decisions. That sounds pretty intelligent, doesn't it? And what about 3? Maximize your potential. Treat others right, make smart decisions, maximize your potential. When we do those 3 things, our opportunities are limitless. We can change the world by doing the Big Three. Now, on the other side of that coin, if you've ever been in trouble, if you've ever been in the principal's office, if you've ever had to sit down with your family and discuss some trouble issues, the chances are maybe it was one of those Big Three that we failed at, right? Maybe we weren't treating others right. Maybe we weren't making smart decisions, and maybe we weren't maximizing our potential. We weren't our best self. And so those Big Three are really important. And again, this week we're going to talk some more about it. Next week we're going to talk some more about it. Today we're going to talk about one of the big parts. We're going to talk about the second one today, making smart decisions. Sometimes in our life we have multiple options for things, right? We have different things to consider, different choices to make. And it should be our goal, it should be our focus to make the right decision, make that smartest decision. But sometimes it's not that easy. For example, think about what our adults are dealing with right now as far as our education, right? Classes aren't open. We can't go to school right now and meet with our friends again. And that's hard. But think about the adults who have had to make that decision. They want you to be healthy. They don't want to put you in any position to where you can catch what we're calling the coronavirus. They want you healthy. And they think that you matter so much that they don't want to risk it. So let's learn a little bit more about making smart decisions. Let's go check out what our friend Sam is doing. Here we go.
I'm back, everybody. I'm Sam. I'm glad you're here. I need your help. I have an important choice to make, and I'm not sure what to do. I know. I'm pretty hungry, and I have these 2 options for snacks. This one, it's super delicious, but maybe not as healthy. And this one, it's healthier, but doesn't sound as good. What should I do? Well, I think we all know that the smart choice here would be the healthy snack. So I should choose this one. And since that's such an obvious choice, I should definitely choose it every time, right? But it's not always easy, is it? I mean, sometimes the difference between right and wrong are less obvious. And sometimes I just really want something sweet. So what do we do? Well, first of all, I want you to know that you aren't always going to make smart decisions. Guess what? I don't always make a smart choice. This year, when we focus on this part of the big three, we are going to simply remind each other and ourselves to think before we choose. When we practice stopping, thinking, then choosing, we can do a better job of making smart choices on small decisions like this one. And then we have the skills to make the smart decision on bigger stuff, tougher calls as we get older. I think the smart decision would be to end today by repeating after me. Can we do it? Come on. Make smart decisions. Come on, even louder, the entire class, or if you're at your home, yell it. Make smart decisions. Okay, awesome. I'll see you next week.
You know, something that Sam just said there that I really like, I thought it's just really intelligent thing to say, was that to slow down. When you're facing a big decision, when you're facing something with multiple options, sometimes it's good to slow down. And I know for me, a lot of the times I can rush into things. Matter of fact, I can rush in and say things that I regret because I didn't take time to filter it. And so when we have decisions to make, right? And think about all the decisions you get to make in a day. What are you going to have for breakfast? Are you going to brush your teeth after breakfast? How about cleaning your room? There's some things like, how do you treat your brother or your sister or your family? Take time. Think about the right thing. If you can push the brakes a little bit and slow down, you can make smart decisions a lot of the time. I'm very proud of you for even considering that, because it's a very adult thing to do, to slow down and process and filter your options so that you can make the smart decision. So week 3, here we go with this. It's name a smart decision that you have made. I like that at the very top in the middle. Think back over the last few weeks. What's a smart decision that you have made? Maybe you were outside playing with some of your friends and a game was going on or whatnot, but think about what's something that you've done. What's a decision that you have made? And it says close your eyes and picture yourself making a smart decision. What would that look like? What does that feel like? See it. Name a character from TV that makes smart decisions and tell how you know. How do you realize? How do you comprehend? How is it that you know that character is making a smart decision? I think it's good that we can recognize what smart decisions look like, right? And it's good that we can recognize it in others so that we can process what it's like for us. And so now we can get in the habit of making smart decisions. The people that you know in your world that make the best decisions, what are their habits? What are their secrets? How do they make the smart decisions? Maybe ask them. Sometimes it's good to ask the adults in our world, hey, I noticed that things go good for you. You make smart decisions. What's your process? What leads you to make that smart decision? And then over on the right side, I think it's always important that we self-evaluate today. How do you feel today? Are you happy? Are you tired? Are you angry? Are you sad? Because it matters. It matters how you feel. And I want you to know that. Are you feel sick? Are you frustrated? I mean, things are different. It's never been like this before. And so how you feel truly matters. Are you annoyed? Are you calm? Are you chill? Is everything okay? Are you scared? Are you worried? Are you proud? Or maybe there's just some other feeling, and you can draw that face into that bubble. And so now I want to take a moment and I want you to know we are always inspired by, motivated by, moved by my hero in this world, Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers. He was, when I was a kid, that's who I turned to for sound advice. And I grew because of his influence. And I found an article, and I want to take a moment. This is for parents right now. I want to take a moment to read you some of this article. And it was written actually a few years ago, but it's called 10 Ways to Teach Your Children to Make Wise Decisions. And I'm just going to go through the 10 things. I'm not going to read everything by detail, but it says, number 1, let them make mistakes. As parents, our natural instinct is to shield our kids from potential pitfalls. But carefully letting your kids learn a hard lesson from their own mistakes and then talking to them about it after the fact gives them great insight. So let them make mistakes. Number 2, expose them to the real world. Our shielding instinct is to hide the cold, the ugly world from the eyes of our kids. Yet, sometimes there's no better teacher than a helpful dose of reality. For instance, maybe you caught your kid doing something they shouldn't. Like maybe with the teenagers, maybe they try smoking. Instead of just grounding them for a couple weeks or giving them a verbal lashing, download some pictures from the internet of lungs of adults that have smoked for decades. It's powerful. It's powerful to see reality. Number 3, teach your child to know themselves. One of the greatest quotes from Fred Rogers is, one of the greatest journeys in this world is learning who we truly are, but it's worth it, and it takes a while to get there, but to know who we really are. Number 4, learn your child's interests. Maybe they're into football, maybe music, maybe art, maybe cooking. Whatever it may be, find out and help them find their interests. That's really important. Let's feed their fire. Let's push for their passions. Let's help them choose happiness. Learn their interests. Number 5, talk to your child. Open communication is vital to parenting. But it's hard to achieve. The second a kid senses a lecture, you've lost the influence. If you can find a common area where you bond, and then you can discuss it. Number 6, get involved. Whether it's church youth groups, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, social organizations, whatever, having your kid get involved and you get involved with it teaches life skills, and that helps every person grow, parents and kids. Number 7, money, 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 money. One of the greatest gifts that we can give our kids is the ability to teach them how to handle money properly. If you can teach your kid how to handle money in a responsible manner, most likely that will follow through the other parts of life. An ancient proverb says, "Of what use is money in the hand of a fool, since he has no desire to get wisdom?" Number 8, pile on the praise. Pile on the praise. Too often parents tend to focus on things that our child might need to work on. We want to fix what's broken, fix the struggles. The truth is, we got to praise what they do right. I remember back when my son was about 5 years old. His name's Carson. I remember one day we were walking into Chick-fil-A and he chose to open the door for somebody else. Man, I wanted to treat that like the Super Bowl. I wanted to make a lot out of that because I want him to know that matters, that counts. I want to pile on the praise. Number 9, the friends that we keep. We're only as strong as our weakest link. Teaching our kids how to choose their friendship is vital. So parents, let's be cautious. Let's be proactive. And number 10, lead by example. If we don't follow these principles, then how can we expect our kids to do as I say, not as I do? No, I don't think so. It's not a good way to lead. So parents, the way we parent matters. And I think those are very great 10 resources of how to lead by example as far as helping them make good decisions. So closing today, listen, I want you to know there's some amazing things coming on the horizon. You can connect with the Big Idea Camp in a lot of ways. We've got Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. But I want to remind you of something amazing. And we're only 2 weeks away from this. We know that a lot of schools are going back in session as far as NTI or non-traditional learning instructions, or even the virtual learning academies. And because of that, I want you to have this information right here, homework helpers. Parents, I know that sometimes it's a struggle. It's not easy. Maybe you're working from home and you have that anxiety, that frustration. It's hard enough. And now for the next 4, 6, 8 weeks, who knows You're going to be the point person to help your kids learn their schoolwork. And if hearing that gave you anxiety like it did me, I want you to know that you're not alone. We've got this program that we really want to keep promoting and have you take advantage of. Homework Helpers. We have been blessed over the last 8 years to connect with so many schools, so many school districts, and to get really connected to amazing teachers in Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia. We know some great teachers, and they're willing to help. So I want you to know, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, neighbor, whoever it is, if you're with a kid and they're struggling with their homework, they're struggling with that assignment, with that question, with that subject, with that topic, look, email us, thebideacamp@gmail.com. Take a picture with your phone, send us that question, send us that assignment, and I'll tell you what we're going to do every Monday, starting in September, going through the school year, once a week. We're going to be live streaming a program at 10 a.m. every Monday that helps with the homework. So send it through the week, and we're going to try to get a teacher to make a video for us or even to help us explain it. But we're going to help walk you through that assignment every time that you send it to us. And maybe sometimes we just send it back to your email. Whatever it is, we're here to help you because I understand what it's like to be that parent, okay? So thanks to our friends at Clark's Pump and Shop. They're sponsoring this for the entire school year, and we are so thankful, so full of gratitude because like Clark's Pump and Shop, they care about their customers, they care about the community, they care about the students, and they want to make sure that this asset is provided. So again, starting the first week of September, Homework Helpers is back. So going to have the Big Idea Camp values video every week and also Homework Helpers, 2 programs. We're excited about that. So guys, listen, thanks for being with us. Looking forward to next week. But right now, guys, let's think about the decisions that we make. Let's make smart decisions this week. Why? Because we can. You're capable. Man, you can do it. Because you are loved and you are capable of loving others. So we're capable of making smart decisions. Hey, we're going to see you next week. Can't wait to see you. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.